And welcome aboard here to the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. It's the 8-5-0 All-Star Game, second half of our doubleheader. The boys taking the field now. We're joined by special guest Jack Williams, Tallahassee Democrat. Jack, thanks for coming aboard with us. Of course, you announced the Big Bend Player of the Year at the halftime of the girls' game. Chris Petley, president of Tallahassee Soccer Club, quickly doing the intros here for the boys' games. But shortly, what did you think of the girls' game?
Oh, yeah, no, it was extremely entertaining. I mean, catching up with all Big Bend coming up, too. Just watching some of these names out here as well, putting out some impressive performances. Of course, Paige Churchill scoring that early goal and eventually being the winning goal going forward. But, I mean, it was a competitive game, but both coaches wanted to win. Both teams wanted to win. So it's always exciting to watch the girls' teams around here for sure.
Absolutely. I am coming in very loud. I accidentally turned up your mic instead of mine. All right, so we're getting ready for the intros here. But, yeah, Jack, quick thoughts when you saw the rosters, or maybe you didn't see the rosters, but
No,
you see Dubois, Carlson, Churchill, Drayton, all in gray.
I mean,
did you think we were going to see some goals from that great team?
I mean, listen, when you're putting two 40-plus goal scorers who are forwards on one team, I was expecting something crazy was going to happen there. So that, yeah, they had a little bit of an edge there. But, I mean, it was still an entertaining matchup. And, you know, the Teal team did put in a good fight, had some chances there. But, you know, it's a little slanted to say the least. But, I mean, great game either way.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And here we go, getting ready for the starting lineups to get rolling here. We do have a little bit of a roster clarification. I've been given a roster with 2 13s on it here for the white team, so we'll see. Of course, Chad Linville, head coach. What color, right, Jack?
Wakulla down in Crawfordville. Great season that they had down there.
Number 17, Braden Paul.
So we have 17, Braden Paul here for Wakulla. 17, Grayson Blake. 3, Chase Linville, sorry. So that is the roster clarification that we needed.
All Big Bend Specialist of the Year in football, number 3.
There you go. Always love a good soccer football crossover, Jack.
Oh, of course. That leg comes in handy on more than just the gridiron on the field, all around.
Chase Smith.
Chase Smith, senior from Lincoln. Number 6 here in white. Robin Maldonado. It's going to be a Florida High.
Number 15, Will Heyman.
Will Heyman, also Florida High, number 15 here tonight in white.
Number 13 is Trey Panzarino.
So there's our clarification. Trey Panzarino, also from Wakulla, wearing number 13.
Alex Beristain.
Number 10, Alex Beristain here.
Number 9, Aiden Merritt.
Aiden Merritt. Number 9 from McClay.
Number 16, Ty Jones.
Number 16, Ty Jones, who was not on our roster here.
Number 14,
Get him in the mix.
Gilbert.
Junior Lincoln defender.
And of course, number 1, your goalkeeper, Francisco Armijo.
Francisco Armijo from Florida High going to be in goal, and he's a beast. It'll be exciting to see how he gets showcased here in this all-star game. So we will go back over and get the entirety of the white team lineups here. Of course, we missed a couple of the guys here.
Ethan Canto.
Getting ready to rock and roll. Ethan Canto, number 8, as we get into the teal team. Number 3, Mason Moore. Number 9, Christian Alonzo, who had a fantastic all-star game last year. He will be a player to watch. Nico Ballig from Leon High School. Number 11, Luis Ventura Trejo.
Number 6, Charlie Buchholz.
Number 6, Charlie, I believe it's Buckholz, Jack?
I usually go after the school in
Buckholt?
Gainesville. I usually say Buchholz, but, you know, it's, I guess, pick and choose, whatever.
I remember it was a different variation doing the child's game earlier in the season. I believe it's Buckholt, so I'll go until corrected. Excuse me. Hayden Carey, another one of those child's guys, number 19. Number 7, Cade Swart. He's a beast, dangerous man up top. Number 2, Vincent Agulo. And number 5, Hayden Wasaki. And there are some names on this teal team, Jack, I'll tell you that much. So I apologize in advance for butchering those. Chimabi Nimbawu,
Nice, nice.
And number 14, Irira.
Number 14, Irira Ewing Rirye.
Got it before the PA announcer did. Nice.
Number 14.
Big E, we can call him. We can take shortcuts here.
Number 1, Kingston Williams.
Number 1, Kingston Williams. Of course, from Taylor County. Taylor County being really well represented in the girls' game earlier today. So cool to see our boys from Perry get in the mix. Talon Barrios. Keaton Ratliff. We got one left.
Teal or Gray?
Number
Teal.
16,
Kenneth Nawako. Kenny Nawako.
Kenny Nwako.
JP2, yeah.
Coach JP2. He's the head coach of JP2.
Oh, the number?
16.
16. Is that? It's the other
I
Alonzo
apologize
kid, I
for
think.
not getting number 16, but I promise you I would get his name.
I believe it is Polino Alonso from Gadsden.
Playing
Uh,
of our national anthem.
And we're going to step aside here as we had the playing of the national anthem coming up.
Thank you.
And there we are, getting ready to rock and roll here from Gene Cox Stadium down on the south side here for the 850 All-Star Game.
Number 16, I'm going with Lanil Alonso from Gas. I hope I'm correct.
So, of course, going with Polino Alonso here from Gadsden County. And, of course, as we said earlier, the Alonso name synonymous with success here in the 850 All-Star Game presented by Tallahassee Soccer Club. Of course, on the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week, the boys. We finished the girls' game 2-0. Great team prevailed over the teal team. We'll see what the boys have in store. The colors are arbitrary. We get it, right? So just for some clarity, we'll continue to bring it up to see what in the world is going on. The white team is going to be comprised of Maclay, Lincoln, Wakulla, Florida High, and also Swanee getting in the mix. Over on the other side, the teal team, Leon, Childs, Gadsden, Rickards, JP2, and Taylor County. Of course, coached by JP2 over on the teal side, coached by Wakulla over on the left side. So should be a fantastic showcase. Also special guest Jack Williams in the house joining us. Jack, players to watch here, or your top guys that you could see here, maybe some goal scorers, some keepers. Who are you really excited to watch here play on the big stage?
You know, talking about the teal team there, putting Cade Swart and Christian Alonso on the same squad there. You know, we all know about Cade Swart and what he's done here in Tallahassee, but Christian Alonso, in case you don't know what he's doing out in Gadsden County, he is a scoring machine. It's going to be impressive. Again, as Andrew mentioned, he had a great game last year, but he had 2 goals last year. You know, he's been a machine all there at Gadsden County. He's going to be missed there. Can't leave out the goaltending battle as well. You know, what Florida High is bringing as well. Like, name's escaping me right now, but
Francisco Armijo.
Francisco Armijo.
Yep.
You know, I've been looking at his stats as well. You know, he has been absolutely clutch for them this year. But you can't leave out Kingston Williams on the other side from Taylor County. He is one of the top 10 leaders in the country right now in saves. He's one of the top 10 in Florida as well, if you're doing that translation over. So the kid knows how to stop the ball, to say the least. But you know, it's going to be an exciting matchup. I'm very interested to see what this white team's going to bring out. Braden Paul, he's done a lot for Wakulla this year, and it's going to be impressive to see what he's going to do tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. A nice composition here broken down. So maybe it's the keepers between the pipes. I mean, how about Taylor County, though? You talk about Williams having a huge season. How about in the previous game? If you didn't catch it, what were you doing earlier today? Hannah Shriver, fantastic in goal. Also coming from Taylor County, the Bulldogs. Bringing the mitts out tonight, Jack.
Oh, no, she was aggressive out there for sure. Taylor County, I was just talking on the sidelines there. You know, Taylor County's put together some really great girls programs overall. They have a great soccer program down there, great softball this season. You know, she was aggressive down there. You know, they have kind of a group of girls there that kind of, you know, have names cycling in through all these sports. So soccer is one of the sports down there that they don't fool around down there for sure.
There you go.
Goaltending, scoring, they are a good 3A squad.
Absolutely. And that's part of the beauty that the Big Bend, Jack, and taking a lot of pride in being in the Big Bend and covering the high school scene for a while, just the diversity of it. So we have our Tallahassee 10, right? The big Tallahassee schools, Lincoln and Charles. And then you also have the smaller ones like DRS, Florida High, McClay. But then in the Big Bend, since we go from Gadsden to Taylor County, you do have your Gadsden counties, your Taylor counties, your Madison counties. And just cool to see that they're able to be showcased, you know, seeing different avenues, but be able to pop up and give us a really nice mix of the area here. That North Florida, but it's east of all the beaches. It's west of Jacksonville. It's kind of that, you know, that interesting area that makes up the Big Bend. So
kind of got a middle ground of, you know, the South, but tropical. We kind of get a little bit of everything here in the Big Bend. Absolutely.
Wakulla too. When you talk about the county schools, can't sleep on them. Fantastic season, and looks like they're playing rock paper scissors here for the kickoff. Was it Swart and Swart for the teal team, and then over on the white seat, Maldonado. So little Charles, Florida High, who had a fantastic game earlier this season. We did one of our game of the weeks down there in Southwood. A fantastic, I believe it was a 2-1 stunner goal late 79th minute, 79th minute gave Charles the late winner, but fantastic. So exciting to see some of those players go head-to-head again, but it looks like the white team has won the kickoff here. Once again, white team is McClay, Lincoln, Wakulla, Florida High, and Swanee. Team in teal is Leon, Charles Gadsden, Rickards, St. John Paul II, and Taylor County. So it looks like, I believe it's Chase Linville to get us rolling here, number 3 for the white team hailing from Wakulla.
It's very exciting this year down in Crawfordville to see a football town really turn into a foosball town, to say the least, here this winter. They had a great squad this year, and the community showed up.
Absolutely. Back-to-back double-digit win seasons for the Wakulla War Eagles. Little spill of play going to be collected here by Ratliff of the teal team. Cycle back around defensively. Mason Moore getting some touches here. So we'll kind of try to keep track of players and school affiliations as we continue to go through. The Wambu try to clear it out defensively. An early pressing opportunity. Braden Paul getting ahead to it. And off the line is Kingston Williams.
He is fast. he has some legs.
There you go. Big service.
Nice throw to Swart.
And here comes Swart, one of your big aggressors here. Some service over the top, and it was interesting to see some of the familiar players mixing it up in the girls' game. You know, you have a lot of the Lincoln players, a lot of the Childs, but then when you get the cross-school connections, it's cool to see. You saw some Carlson to O'Kelly, some Florida High to Leon to Lincoln combinations to Rickards as well in the girls' game. So really cool to see the best and brightest here on the field that the A50 has to offer. Nice little dispossession. White team back on it. Will Heyman of Florida High looking for some service. Centering ball. Linville with a head to a back post. Look at Williams. Full stretch. My goodness. There's your boy, Jack.
I'll tell you what, he has saved a lot of shots here this season. Doesn't matter who it's against. He knows how to stop that ball. And just saw it right there. What a save.
Yes, King. Stun. Full stretch. Beautiful save from the Taylor County man. And we're still here at zeros. And that's third minute of action, guys, or second minute. If we're just getting going, man, we still got 78 minutes of this bad boy. It looks like we're going 40-minute halves. For the girls' game, we went 35. So just as a point of note, of course, the high school scene, we typically go with the 80, but switch up. And plus the benches were so shallow for that girls' game.
Right.
You really don't benefit much from adding 10 more minutes. So it was good to see the intensity throughout of that girls' game.
It was funny to see them doing kind of hockey-style type of shifts as well. Just kind of rolling off as they went. So that was nice to see, too.
There's the connection. Swart to Alonzo. Charles to Gadsden County. Oof. And it looks like Alonzo's holding the back of his right hamstring.
Yeah.
Hoping that's just a little crampage and not something more serious.
The bright side, he doesn't have any more high school games to worry about after this.
True. As we have a hold-up coming out of the back here. And it looks like they're going to try to sub Alonzo off. We can see. Would like to get my man Christian some help off the field.
Yeah.
If we can get some buddies. Looks like number 8, Ethan Canto, going to come in here. So the Leon senior will take his place. But hopefully Christian...
Yeah, hopefully it's just some cramping. Hopefully he just needs to stretch out and, hopefully be back out there.
But he pulled up off that long ball. Fantastic high school career that Alonzo has had. Electric, like we said, lit up the All-Star game last year. Double delight, putting in 2 goals. So we'll get back rolling here. 4th minute of action from Gene Cox Stadium. A little back and forth. Beautiful long ball. Braden Paul gets it on his left foot. Little step over. Centering ball. Good vision to get it out defensively. Nwambu up to the task. Centering ball again. And it's just beautiful seeing the best and brightest from our schools, Jack, and just how quickly a counterattack can materialize and just instant service, boom, boom. 2 great balls, 2 great players, and we almost have a goal there.
You've got to talk about Brendan Paul and those legs. Oh, my gosh. Just watch if he gets a possession here, just watch the things that he's able to do with his legs, and the way he moves the ball is it's mind-altering, for lack of a better word.
There you go. Charlie Buckhold able to clear it out for the Teal squad, so be out of play back to the white team. Thank you for joining us here on the Varsity Sports Network. If you're just coming aboard, white team, Maclay Lincoln, Wakulla, Florida High Swanee players going against Leon Charles, Gadsden, Rickers, St. John Paul II, Taylor County. And here we go back on the attack. Linville drops it off, and it'll get squared over to Ventura Trejo. And the Teal defense will eat it up. Opportunity for a counterattack looking here. Fed on out by the senior from Leon Canto as they try to jumpstart the counterattack and will be held up for a foul. But some early action. Just 5 minutes in, Jack.
Oh, yeah. No, they're turning on the gas here. They are competing. It's Chase Linville. I mean, early on here, he's going to play an active role. He has turned on the Jets here tonight. And, I mean, he almost scored there. So, I mean, he might be one guy to watch for, the Teal team here tonight.
And I love strategically how Coach Linville of Wakulla is pairing up his guys up top. So you have, like, sections of the field. Like, you see a couple Maclay guys in the middle of the field, and then you see, of course, the Wakulla guys up top. Familiarity in sequences of the pitch. Really interested to see how that plays out. Canto, nice pursuit and step here on the near side by James Milfred. I believe he's a Maclay man. As he drops this one on, cycles back around to Nwambu. Service over the top. Looking on the far side over there for Vincent Angulo. And just wild, just dropping off, swung around, switched the field. Just the movement, the pace of this game already is wild.
Oh, no, it is trucking.
Oh, got a long ball going here on the near side. Can he get on the end of it as Will Heyman? Good defensive backtrack there by the Teal team. Williams didn't need to make on a play on it, but he was there. Trying to get the number. It's Nico Ballig, the senior from Leon High School. Ooh, Heyman, a chance there.
Will Heyman, someone who's really slid under the radar this year, but he's done so much work for Florida High this season as well. I think you mentioned the Leon kid got the opportunity there, or, white team's putting together some great chances early, so Teal's going to have to tighten up here.
True. Canto looking to hit some service to Swart centrally. It'll be out of play, last touch by White. So throw in coming from Uringwe. Here, the Teal team, just kidding. Passes it off to Buckholt of Childs. He's got a big throw. We saw it in that Florida High game earlier in this season. Gets it into the center of the 6-yard box, bouncing around for the white team. And good little over-the-head clearance there. Jatui getting the foot to it. Oh, done well to
Rickards
be
kid.
one back. Where Uringye done well. I believe he's the sole Raider being represented out of here. Freshman, Irie Uwingri.
They have some impressive young talent out on just down the road, Gem Lee Road. So they're going to be a team to look out for sure. They are young, but they got some talent there. Great. Irvin, I think the kid who wasn't here tonight, but he is their kicker as well on the football team. Again, as you mentioned, that crossover. But great kicker and great football player. My bad.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Rickard's building, man. Rickard's building. And that's one of the teams, oftentimes gets slept on in soccer. Had a fantastic season a couple years ago on the girls' side and really putting some things together. So cool to see the area as a whole blossoming as a byproduct of that. Intended for Canto, and the white team was going to blast us down. Maldonado from Florida High will cycle it back around to Chase Smith of Lincoln. Coming around here to the near side. I love when the boys wear their shorts. It makes them a little more identifiable with the numbers only on the back here.
Makes it a little easier. I don't know what the white shorts are going on here, but it's always not. It's very easy to see that McClay blue pop out. That Childs maroonish.
Yep.
Makes the job a little bit easier.
There you go. Absolutely.
That Wakulla red and blue fade going on.
I got some slick unis down in Wakulla.
Oh yeah.
9th minute here. A couple of our teams. Gaston County's got some really nasty ones too.
They had a little bit of a logo change going on this year, and it's really fit in. I think a lot of people forget about that red, but I think it pairs traditionally with the East and West schools that used to exist back in the day, kind of a unity type of deal. But it pairs really well.
Absolutely. It's wild to think just probably about 10, 12 years ago, there's 4 major high schools in Gaston County, but due to the population decrease, it's come down to 1. Combining under the single Gadsden County high school. Service into the box. Dangerous one. Back to goal. Trying to get the turn on the left foot. Done well to get cleared out there. Oh, little counterattack on the mix. Here comes Cade Swart. Beautiful chip over the top to Canto. Armijo's going to track back. Oh, they're calling him off. Ref, let him play. It's an all-star game. No.
Oh, my God. Cade Swart, God, you got to be scared when he turns on the Jets there. He's a track star. Might be the best hurdler in the area as well. Saw him taking off, and, as soon as he lifted that ball, kid had a lot of space.
True. Yeah, I did not see where the defensive line was, so I was just saying that out of ignorance.
I missed it as well.
Let him play, yeah. Service over the top, and another good clearance on the far side. Here. It's tough to see that number, but I believe it's Hayden Wasaki. Had a couple of good or great clearances, actually. The junior from St. John Paul II playing that looks like a center back role here tonight. Good service up the line here by the Teal squad. Blasted out of trouble there by Aiden Merritt. Service over the top, looking for that Wakulla twosome. Chase Linville in the area of that one, but done well to be cleared out of the back.
They got some good cardio going on in Crawfordville. Those Wakulla kids, those Chase and Brendan are fast tonight. Two great athletes, but they have been, ahead of the curve. Here they go again.
And we talk about some of the benefits. Wakulla, one of those teams playing on turf for their home games. So they're used to this. Some of the schools like McClay, Florida High, it's a little bit of an oddity to play on that turf. But, of course, a couple years ago, with them getting all turfed up down there in Crawfordville, like many of the schools, Lincoln, as you know, just getting officially finalized.
Yeah, we got one more LCS school without a turf, and then, all of them will have a turf surface. And, playing at Gene Cox won't be as much of a challenge. I think a lot of teams obviously call this home, but I think a lot of people will be adjusted to the turf change.
Right. I'll be excited once because obviously the turf is great, right? To put it in a vacuum, but just getting the facilities, because once we get the facilities, then we can have on-campus games, And maybe they want to keep coming back to Cox Stadium. But Cade Swart throws it across the 6-yard box. Armijo up to the task. Try to hit Canto inside the 6-yard box. But your boy, dangerous Cade Swart, coming up big. Maldonado coming out of back. The Florida High connection as Armijo rolls it back to his boy Maldonado.
It's going to be hard to squeeze one past Armijo tonight. He has been the heart and soul of Florida High this year. They have had a great team at Florida High, but he has done so much for them this season.
Great positioning. A little give and go with Heyman and Linville. Heyman doing fantastic to stay on side there. Cross goes all the way over. Braden Paul giving some chase. And now Will back in possession. Back to Paul. Puts it back on his right foot. Fantastic touch by Paul. Whoa, rip from 30. Just shy of frame. I like that. I think that was Josh Chihui. Is it number 8?
Got a hammer on him.
Go get him.
Slided it over a little bit left.
Look out. Coach giving him the green light, baby. Let's go get it. The Swanee midfielder, I believe. That is number 8. So, of course, on the other side of the river, every now and then we get a little Swanee sprinkled into some of our Big Bend events.
Guys from Live Up usually make a few stops over here occasionally, as you mentioned. So nice to see them down here.
True, true. Obviously with the districts, oftentimes combining with Godby and Gadsden and that kind of, I want to say 4A, 5A, but that is.
It depends on the sport.
Yeah, that is, that's the older man in me of the quote-unquote traditional numbering systems who can keep track of whatever they're doing with suburban and rural nowadays.
Got S's and R's and M's and the whole
Debate-
alphabet.
Debate for another day.
Oh, gosh.
As pressure here, Ballig from Leon clears it out of danger as we're in the 14th minute of action here from Gene Cox Stadium. Fancy footwork coming out of the back and cleared on out. Good little possession here by Mason Moore. Squares it off. Ooh, look at the touch in
missed
midfield
it.
with the chip. Oh, absolutely gorgeous play coming out of the back. I can't get
Hard to settle it down there, but they had something good going.
Can't get the number back there, but that was nasty. Maybe Mason Moore.
It's the guy with the white shorts, right? 14?
Fantastic little bit of footwork there.
Went with the home kit tonight.
True. Actually, my correction, Ventura Trejo was our man that we were looking for. That's one of the JP2 guys, I believe.
Yeah.
Trying to get my updated roster. It is a nightmare to try to interpret here.
Lone survivor in the Big Bend this postseason, so they have the freshest legs out of anyone out here tonight.
There you go. Yes, senior midfielder from JP2. Luis Ventura Trejo. Throw in coming over the far side, one back by Teal. There's Swart, lays it off to his teammate Buckholtz. Swung back around to the Rickards freshman, Ewingri. And on to the back line of Nwambu. There's our boy. We were just talking about him there. Ventura Trejo. Service from Ballard, looking for Swart. Armijo waiting for it. Here as we tumble into the 16th minute. As he rolls it out to Lincoln Chase Smith, number 6 on the white team.
Shocked that there hasn't been a goal yet. I mean, it's been so fast-paced.
It's going to happen eventually. There's no way it doesn't happen. I was going to ask you, go for it.
I was going to
Finish
say, do
your
you
thought.
know what happens if there's a tie at the end of regulation?
I know there is overtime because I asked Chris, the president of Tallahassee Soccer Club, organizing a party here. He said, we're going to have overtime. Somebody's going to win. And then I think it was golden goal is what he said he would prefer. But I don't know that that's been decided, renewed, whatever this year. So to be determined. Wasaki over on the far side here for the Teal team. Nice service up to Swart. Tried to get a little touch there to the outside. Looking for Angulo. Unable to do so. Collected by Paul. Drops it back looking for some service. Is that Maldonado, I believe, with a little chip over the top. Wasaki, good coverage back there to track that one down. Ooh, Paul keeps it in play. Referee says play on. Puts it back on his right foot. Little step over, little rollover. Back to the left. Centering ball. Looking for his buddy Chase Linville. Good step defensively by the Teal team. And here comes Maldonado. 20 yards from frame. Left-footed rip. Williams up to the task. And in front of it there. Oh, quick throw. Here we go. Ewingri Coming back from Williams, wants to get it jump-started. A little step over, a little cut inside, and he's chopped off by Joshua Huey. Service over the top, Buckholz. Good-looking ball to Angulo. He's able to get in front of this one, looking for some service. Oh, good semi-volley, looking for Swart. Bounces about 12 yards from frame. The width of the 6-yard box keeps it in play. One back by the white team. Will Heyman of Florida High going to bring it down to his right foot. Ewingry, great body positioning to win the throw-in here for the teal team. And here comes that fleet hockey substitution that you're talking about, Jack.
Jump over the boards, absolutely.
Joel De La Cruz, number 12, in. Number 16, Ty Jones from Lincoln, in. Alejandro Hernandez Jr., in. And we're missing one more. I think it's 7, Grayson Blake, also in for the white team.
Got a young Lincoln team in for some action, so it'll be exciting to see what they do here.
Swart going to drop it on off, cycle it around. Here for more. His service, beautiful to Angulo. Try to chip over the top, looking to the new substitute, Canto. And it's cleared out of the back. Here, good play defensively by the white team. Looks like Aiden Merritt, one of those McClay guys with your light blue shorts that you like, Jack.
Always easy to identify the McClay kids with those light blue, uniforms. So always easy to find, no matter what sport it is, really.
Absolutely. Oh, good aggressive attack here. I believe it's Grayson Blake into the action instantly. Service up top, looking for Hernandez. And it looks like last touch by teal team. So a little corner coming. But Blake's got some speed, dude. The sophomore from Lincoln. Talk about the youth movement down there on Trojan Trail, dude.
Oh man, new coach, young team. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do coming up here in the future. But yeah, they have some speed there too.
Service about near post deflection. Williams up to the task. Dangerous ball from Hernandez.
Almost effortlessly with these saves from Kingston. He looks like he's absolutely at home right now.
He's smooth, dude. He's smooth. Looking for Joel De La Cruz, the Swanee midfielder. Gulu on the perimeter here. Good defensive step, recovered back by this teal team. Back to Ballig. He's playing that left center back here. With 4 in the back here from the teal team to start. Tried to thread it through. Swart looking for some help. Armijo calmly going to scoop it up here. The Florida High man. As from the cheers, it sounds like a pretty good cheering section for Florida High.
Oh, it's a good section right off to the left of us right now.
Yeah.
Seen them. I think there's a few Lincoln kids down towards the front where they usually call home for the football game. So
there you go. Here comes Swart. Nice little piece of class, trying to cut it back and cleared out of possession there. Merritt on the clearance.
If Cade had a little more room, he would have been right into the box there and got a shot off. He was moving.
Some flank substitutions coming here. Shift change.
Over the boards, open the door, get some water.
All right, apologize in advance for this butchering here. Talon Harris, number 12 for Teal. Keaton Ratliff and Hayden Carey coming in to the action. Taylor County. Abieris, Taylor County, Ratliff. Oh, corner kick.
Ooh.
Got distracted there with all these substitutions. Ratliff, of course, also Taylor County, and then Carey, I believe, is Charles, man, and is the senior defenseman Hayden Carey. So out for a throw-in as we get into the 21st minute, so about halfway home here in the first half. So this would be the start of the second quarter if we had such things. Ball on the carpet gets cut off initially there by Mason Moore. Bounces around a little bit, settles down with the teal team. Ballig stepping up here, looking for some service. Ewingry.
What a cut off there. Oh,
Switch.
well, maybe not.
Oh, Canto. Right foot to it. Stays in play after the deflection. Drops it off to Ewingry. And the bouncy freshman gives it back to Canto. It looks like the assistant ref wanted to call offsides, but then just whatever. All-star game.
Let him play.
Let it go. He's like, it's cool, though.
You know, Canto is begging for a goal here tonight. He might be the dark horse here tonight. I mean, he's been a target. He has had the wheels, and he's had the aggression as well. He's going to be interesting to watch through the rest of the game here, but man, he's had some opportunities.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This one gets cycled back around. A little turn of play. Here's the white team's able to scoop this one up. Long ball dumped into the corner. Heyman. Nice little collection there. Looking for a through ball. Nice poise. Always love the poise that Heyman brings to the table. This one tried to knife out to the outside. Looking for Braden Paul, but a little too strong. Out for a throw in here for the teal team.
Yeah, talk about poise. Game is so fast-paced, easy to just dump the ball and go. But, nice move here to kind of recollect things and make a, smart decision.
So we have a substitution coming on here for the teal team, number 16, which we believe is Planillo Alonso. And it looks like we're going to take a water break. We don't have official notice, but he's the only guy on the teal roster that hasn't been dedicated number, so I think it's a safe conclusion to jump to.
Oh, yeah, I would say so. He has that Gadsden kit as well, the red and blue, so.
Beautiful player combination here. So we're here at the 850 All-Star Game. Where is that bad boy? Shabam! Of course, the girls and the guys game. This is the second half of the old doubleheader presented by Tallahassee Soccer Club. Of course, on the Varsity Sports Network, Andrew Jupe, James Ward, joined by special guest Jack Williams of the Tallahassee Democrat. So, Jack, for those who let us down and did not tune in for the girls' game earlier, just recap us. Obviously, part of the event, and I think a really cool thing to synergize a lot of the local activity here, not only honoring the girls and guys that are doing some big things, but bring some excitement, some halftime announcements to the table. Big Bend Player of the Year, Coach. Who's your girls' Coach of the Year, and who's the All Big Bend Player of the Year on the girls' side that we announced in the previous game?
Yeah, Lincoln was our last team standing here in the Big Bend this year. Dominant season here. I believe there's only one team that tied them. The rest of them were wins. That was Childs this season, but I mean, they were dominant all year. So John O. Williams from Lincoln was our girls' Coach of the Year, second straight year. And then staying with Lincoln on Trojan Trail, Paige Churchill was our girls' Player of the Year. I mean, what a story she's had. Just an impressive season, posting, I believe, 48 goals on the year. Just watching her this season has been so impressive. She has been quite literally unstoppable, unbelievable speed this season. Hard to believe, Andrew, that she only played 6 games last year, nursing an ankle injury, came back, did what she did, and, she's heading off to Flagler College out in St. Augustine. Great kid. So just dominant player. She is your girls' Player of the Year. Jono is your girls' Coach of the Year.
Super cool, super cool. A little Flagler Lincoln connection. You wonder if something's in the mix there. Of course, you think back maybe not too long ago. I don't know if it was Big Bend Player of the Year, but I know on one of those Big Bend players, Christian Fanuc. He plays for Tallahassee Soccer Club, so a little small world. Also Lincoln High School. Played for the senior team last year for Tallahassee Soccer Club, the semi-professional player. Also went to Lincoln, also went to Flagler.
How about that? There might be a little, like you said, a little bit of a connection out in St. Augustine. Maybe there's a little, Trojan pack down there, or Trojan Army, to say the least.
There you go.
No, here it's a great campus over there on Flagler.
Absolutely. So we're getting ready to rock and roll after a little water break here, 23rd minute. Course 0-0. Of course, it took us almost an entire half to get a goal in the girls' game. We played 35-minute halves, got one in the 34th minute. Of course, the Big Bend Player of the Year, Paige Churchill. Nasty goal from distance, upper 90.
It doesn't matter where she's on the field. You need to have somebody on her at all times.
There you go. The light is always green. So teal team going right to left. For those who are just joining us, Leon Childs, Gadsden, Rickards, St. John Paul II, and Taylor County will be wearing teal uniforms comprising that team. Then on the other side, going left to right, is your white uniforms. Maclay, Lincoln, Wakulla, Florida High, and Swanee make up the white team tonight. Oh, service into the box, twist all the way back to Armijo. So Hayden Carey, a little service gone shot there for the Childs man over here on the near side.
Yeah, the defender.
Saw one of those in the girls' game, too. I believe it was O'Kelly Leon. Oh, nice little win. This is going to be a dangerous one. Williams out of the box. He'll clear it. Will Heyman on it, 30 yards from goal here for the white team. He's able to control it with the right foot, looking for some service up top of the box. Oh, they let it go. Ball to hand, they say. Not calling that one an all-star game. Armijo,
Oh, my
35
God.
yards from goal, clears it. Desperation. He wants in on the action. He's getting bored back there, Jack.
The goalies, oh my gosh, the goalies tonight, you know, they're making their own fun here tonight. You see Kingston coming out, and I mean, Armijo looks like he was heading over to the other goal. So, I mean, you know, these goalies, they aren't afraid to get creative as well.
Linville over the top. It's a beauty to Paul. The Wakulla connection inside the box with his right foot. Good bit of control. Great defense coming back in the assistance there. I believe that was Alonzo, or number 16, Plino Alonzo. Is a throw-in coming near side here for the white squad. Paul gets it in center to Blake. Wakulla to Lincoln connection on that throw-in, and they do it again. One-time service for Blake. Gets chopped out by Uwingri and escaped the pressure temporarily so. Looking to lock it back in. Here's Chase. Shot on target. Williams gets the initial save. The whole ball's got to go over. No goal. Williams.
Oh my gosh, how did that not go in?
Spin on that ball was wild. About halfway in, but just like basketball, Jack, it's got to go all the way down / all the way through.
That was a rim out, yeah.
I'm looking over to the VAR booth. No goal, they say. And we play on zeros here. Of course, Gene Cox Stadium, newly equipped VAR system. I jest only, definitely no VAR system here. Could you imagine at the high school level?
Oh my God, I mean, I think it would quiet a few parents in the crowd, but I mean, Tallahassee be.
I don't know. It might ignite the parents
It might,
in the crowd.
it might. I mean, soccer parents are they're passionate. So yeah, like you said, it might heat people up a little bit more.
Uwingri get chopped down here. Wins a little free kick here for the Teal squad. Good show of sportsmanship there, being helped up. I believe it was Jahui. Giving him the old helping hand there. Swung around the back line. Wasaki. One of my favorite names here tonight. Got some fun ones.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, dangerous ball. There's
Oh.
the Lincoln sophomore getting in the mix.
See some hands from the crowd asking for a call.
Alonzo getting in the mix. He's a scrappy player. Planillo so far and getting some good minutes. The Gadsden County man.
From the big soccer family out in Gadsden County, Alonzo. You know, the older brother played in the game last year. Christian's obviously here. Don't know where he went. He might still be on the bench. Might be getting some playing time, but you know, Plino, you know, he might be the next up for the Alonzo.
Oh, the set play, and is he onside? They are. So credit the goal. I believe it's Jahui breaking through off the set play, and they had two players in white breaking through. Nothing Williams could do about it, and it's able to punish the net. But I believe it was number 8, Josh Jahui, on the white squad.
Number 8, Josh Jew.
And so able to get it in there. So how about the advantage for the white team?
Very much like a hockey game here. Got to go to the net and get those garbage goals. Everybody kind of went in. Whoever found the ball tipped it right in. So, you know, good work by that white squad there. And from what I remember, it was the gray team that took the lead. So, I mean, it might be the lighter colors tonight that have the advantage.
Was it Jahui's on the bench? That's my mistake. I believe it was Hernandez. Was it number 4 in the blue shorts? Hernandez?
Yes.
We might have a correction. So my mistake, I believe it was number 4, Alejandro Hernandez Jr. on the goal. Number 4.
Number 4, Alejandro Hernandez.
And a fist pump from Coach Linville, so it looks like we got it right. Got the goal scorer.
Got some claps from the crowd, too.
For the kids, Jack. You know, we're trying to get it right for the kids.
F2K, of course.
Got to give the honoree. Like, I'm out here scoring goals against the best soccer players, maybe in the state, but definitely the Big Bend. A little class here. He said, get my name right. Get my name right.
We're trying.
Alejandro Hernandez Jr., 28th minute. So there's Armijo up to the task there.
It's like Canto right in front.
Yeah, like you said, he's begging for one.
He's chopping it. It might be those two going 1-1 tonight, talking battle-wise. So, I mean, we'll see.
Absolutely. So the consortium of Maclay, Lincoln, Wakulla, Florida High, Swanee with the advantage here early.
Kind of the outside of well, yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty balanced.
Because
Yeah,
it's like,
little
is
outside.
it the north side? And then it's like, no, because then there's Florida High. Is it the east side? Maybe it's the east team, but then you have Taylor County on the other side, so you can't say like, oh, yeah, that's the east team.
I think they balanced it pretty well, to say the least.
There's no rhyme or reason. Oh, good service. Williams high points it. Dude, if Williams isn't on the football team at Taylor County, I want to know what are they doing out there. He's got some leap and some great hands.
Man, I hope Eddie Metcalf is here tonight to check this kid out, do some scouting, to
There
say
you
the
go.
least.
Kingston Williams, I am very impressed. First time I've seen Kingston doing a fantastic job as we get into the 30th minute. 75% of the way home in the first half.
We had a kid from Monroe last year who kind of had the same deal where, playing on a team that didn't have the best record in the world, but, their goaltender was putting up unbelievable save numbers. As I mentioned, Kingston is in the top 10, 20 in the nation right now in saves. He's one of the top goaltenders in Florida. So he knows what he's doing out here. I was really looking forward to how he was going to adjust, as you mentioned, playing against the best in the Big Bend. And, despite, letting that one goal in, he's made some great stops so far. So be excited to see what he's going to do for the rest of the game here.
Absolutely. You definitely see some flashes. You can tell this kid's a beast. Oh, look at the outside. Hit him. Oh.
Begging for it.
I know. You had a streaking, I believe it was Joel De La Cruz over here on the near side. Or no, excuse me. It was on the teal team. It was Taylin Abiras streaking open. But it looks like teal team's going to win a corner. Oh, no. Have a player down
It
here.
looks like Chase Linville.
Oof, the Wakulla man. He's going to get some help up here. Looks like Milfred's going to jog over, help him up. But he went to the ground check and instantly signaled for the sub. So,
Oh, yeah.
not something you like to see.
It's nice to see Milford being the guy coming over there. McCullough actually beat McClay this season, so these guys were rivals at one point, so you kind of see the unity together. But hopefully Linville Chase is going to be okay. He's going over his dad right now, so hopefully, again, it's an all-star game, so hopefully we're not going to deal with too brutal of injuries.
True.
Gonna get a corner.
Absolutely. Ewingry, the freshman here from Ricker. Service. Nice spin on that ball. Gets back post about 5 yards out. It's going to be one well by Paul. He'll clear the initial attack, but still not out of danger. And there we go. B. Herreris getting ahead to it. The forward from Taylor County. Armijo with a nice blast. He's got a boot. This one's going to be headed down. Nice little bit of control to Heyman. Try to get some service. Whoa, look out, crowd. Good step there. Hayden Carey, Charles. Making sure the fans are still awake.
You're getting a little late, 7:46 on a Wednesday night.
Oh, some of the kids get up earlier for school, dude. They got to be ready. Platoon,
yeah.
Substitutions, and we missed almost all of them. Alex Beristain, number 10 in. I did see that for the white team. We'll try to keep you updated as we get those in. Ooh, lively rip. That's Huey. We mistakenly credited him with the goal. Basically just because he's taking rips like that, an adventurous attacking presence on the field. He just commands your attention, Jack.
He's a little hot on that pass there, but he had the right idea. So
Woo. Yes, sir.
he has a lot of confidence coming out here tonight.
You gotta love it.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta love it. Jahui, Swanee midfielder, one of those Bulldogs. So we got some Bulldogs from Taylor County, Bulldogs from Swanee. They stuck them on opposite teams.
Never thought of that. They're so close to each other and have the same mascot.
There you
Never
go.
thought of that.
Yeah, they get a wild. That little tri-county area is pretty fun because, Madison County, Swanee, especially when you talk about football, of course, the rural schools getting at it, but that little Madison County, Taylor County, Swanee kind of grouping there, and you could throw Wakulla in the mix too. Those southern and eastern county schools in Big Bend is Williams, another save in the book. But A lot of fun stuff going on between some of our rural schools out to the east and
Yes.
southeast.
Swanee had the bragging rights this football season, beating Madison for the first time in almost 30 years, and then
Crazy.
coming around and beating McCullough. So they kind of owned that little rivalry there.
This one spilled out a play back to the Teal squad. Looks like Maldonado for Florida High is back into the game. James Milfred from Maclay as well. Aiden Merritt, number 9 from Maclay also. Drops it back to Armijo. Ooh, I was going to say, can't pick that one up, Francisco. Well, not without getting a card. This one's served up top. De La Cruz. Good win. And the youngster from
Look at
Lincoln,
the
Grayson
speed.
Blake, has got some burst. Oh, it goes all the way across the 6, and nobody touches it. It's cleared out. Nico Baleg, an opportunity to counter if he wants to send it long. As we got a little 5-on-5 here. If the Teal team wants to run with it and can run with it, Canto in the middle. Adventurous ball from the far side, but unable to connect.
Canto met by Armijo once again.
There's one of the Childs boys. I can't see the number there. You can tell, like, those maroon shorts, like you were saying, Jack.
Right over the LCS logo.
Yeah, right by the head ref right
let's
there.
See if he turns here.
Is that Buckholt? It may be.
At-
Number 6.
At mid, yeah, it might be. Let's see if he.
Because I know he plays like center mid for Childs typically, and he refuses to turn around.
See if we get
Charlie!
see if we get the ball to swing over by the
Yeah,
visitors' locker room.
Charlie, turn around. We think it's
6.
you.
There you go.
Beautiful. So it was Buckholt. Service over the top. Oh, a little chip out of the rough with a little sand
Oh.
wedge. Trying to hit De La Cruz. Nice little service coming out of the back. Chase Smith, senior at Lincoln. He's had 2 or 3 really good seasons. I remember him back in his sophomore year a couple years ago. Fantastic year for Chase Smith. He's really coming along.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I know Lincoln's going through a little bit of a rebuilding phase right now,
Mhm.
but I mean they've had some good guys over there. It looks like they're going to have a few good guys in the coming future for sure. A lot of fast guys.
Send out to Heyman. He's looking to serve over the top. Good little bit of control here. There's your boy Canto chasing after it. It's going to be dropped
So you
off
could turn
by
on the
Merritt.
pressure.
Ooh, there he is, Armijo. He's a cool customer, though. Armijo had a fantastic game against Childs, that 2-1 game that I referenced earlier in the year. Oh, how about a little takeaway by Uwingri? Oh,
nice
beautiful
pass.
service. They got numbers 4-on-4 if they can use
Oh.
it. Swiped away well by Aiden Merritt. On out to the perimeter here. As it looks like Balig way up on the attacking third here. Be fed into him off a nice little square ball with some pace. Oh, good little 2-touch service from Balig. Ooh, quick combo.
Oh, can he turn on the Jets? No.
Good little step there.
Still
I
getting
believe
the
it's
ball back.
Carey. Carey and Heyman. Collision there. They get a throw in on the near side. James Milfred, one of those Maclay boys. This one, that had a lot of spin on it, on that throw in. Takes a really awkward bounce. Alonzo Plinio. Alonzo with some service. Gonna be cycled back to Uwingery. Turn centrally here, Maldonado. Over the top blast, looking to play a little bit of a direct action, looking for De La Cruz. Williams going to track it down in the corner of the 18-yard box. We're almost at the halfway point, boys. 38th minute.
I have to make my way down there soon because I have another big announcement to make at halftime.
For the boys. Were you going to get Coach and Player of the Year again, Jay?
Absolutely, absolutely. Got to stick to it the same way. So
Heck yeah.
it'll be a fun announcement for sure. Looks like Miss Posey is here well on the sidelines.
Ayo. The media, the local media for the kids, Jack.
FTK.
Good to see as much local media here as possible. You have your semi-pro soccer team. You know, you have your prep/everything reporter for your local newspaper. A little web stream action going on. So don't let us hold you up, Jack. Like, feel free to jump out whenever you need to. I know you got obligations, so like no pressure at all.
The show runs on me, so I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go to the final. I'll go to the horn, and then I'll make my way down here. I'm just hoping Chris doesn't freak out, not knowing where I am. So If he's asking, just yell really far down. He's coming.
I respect.
He's on his way.
I respect pulling clout, Jack. That's how you do it, dude. 39th minute. We got one just before halftime in the girls' game. Can we see something similar for the boys here on a Wednesday night? How about this weather Wednesday night?
Oh, man, it's so, I mean, the way kind of Florida works when you have these hot days, it's kind of eases into cool nights in the spring. So it's just perfect out right now.
First day of March. Happy March.
Absolutely. February felt forever, and it's the shortest month of the year, so I don't know what's going on there.
Nice little knockabout here. A lot of headers in the mix. White team trying to come into control. Try to play a little long ball here near side was De La Cruz. Williams will usher it out of play. Under a minute to go. Referee's not playing around with stoppage time, Jack. They're going by the horn on the scoreboard, and that's it.
Listen, this might be a ref all-star game as well for all we know, so they might be just here to relax as well. So still got to do their job, same as the players, but just going to let the clock do the work.
Absolutely. One well here by the white team. I believe it was Milfred out of the back. No, excuse me, it's Merritt. Milfred is in the white shorts, McClay. Milfred is in the light blue shorts, McClay. Oh, rip on frame, and then we do have one right before halftime. A laser-guided rocket over on the far side into the back of the net. It may be number 7. Is that Grayson Blake?
I think might be the Lincoln kid.
I believe it is number 7, Grayson Blake from Lincoln over on the far side. Once again, numbers only on the back. I think it is Grayson Blake, number 7.
Grayson Blake's on that one.
What an absolute rip on the near post.
Lincoln's hanging in the kind of in the rafters right now. They're ready to pounce. They got some good young guys coming in.
So right on target. Confirmation from our man behind the lens. James Ward says.
All right, I'm going to step
Number
out
7
here.
it is.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, Jack. Thanks for coming aboard. Welcome anytime, big dog. All the best. Have fun. Of course, you'll be seeing Jack down in the field in just a couple moments when we announce the Big Band Player of the Year and the Coach Player of the Year live on the Varsity Sports Network. My man, James. A little bit of excitement coming forward here to you. So while we get things organized, we're going to jump out for a quick commercial break. And come on back. Like we said, we got some awards to be handed out here in the Varsity Sports Network. As you can see, it is the A50 All-Star Game Series. This is the guys' game. We had the girls' game earlier, presented by Tallahassee Soccer Club. So we're going to jump out for a quick commercial break and come right on back.
We'll have Jack from the Democrat.
Marijuana can impair your ability to drive, and that affects much more than just you. Drive baked, get busted. Marijuana can impair your ability to drive, and that affects much more than just you. Drive baked, get busted.
Takes a lot of time getting down to, the players and the coach that really step out, but I'll stop wasting time here and get to it. So anyway, our coach of the year will start off with this. This is a team that had a breakthrough season. You just impressive all around. They were the last team standing in Tallahassee. And when I kind of think of this, I think of the quote that the coach gave after the regional champion. He said, "We are here," to the rest of the team in Tallahassee. The All Big Bend coach of the year for boys soccer is Kenny Nwako from St. John Paul II.
Congratulations, Ken.
All right, so we're going to do the big one, the boys player of the year. Another team that had a breakthrough season. This kid was the center of kind of their offense this year. Andrew could tell you up in the stands, I was talking about just this kid's ability on the field, his leg work, just so impressive. So the player of the year is Brandon Paul from McCullough.
So there you have it. Jack Williams, Tallahassee Democrat, your All Big Bend Player of the Year, Braden Paul of Wakulla High School, and of course your Coach of the Year, Kenny Nwako from St. John Paul II. Fantastic season for both Wakulla, back-to-back 10-win seasons, and of course JP2, fantastic run into the regional playoffs. Cool to see St. John Paul II. So those are your Big Bend Player of the Year and Coach of the Year. If you missed the earlier game, what were you doing? Coach of the Year announced. Jonah Williams and Paige Churchill winning Coach of the Year and Player of the Year nominees, respectively, or awards. They're not just nominees. They are the winners here for All Big Bend Player and Coach of the Year. So we're going to jump out for a quick commercial break, and maybe about 2 minutes away from half number 2 here for the 850 All-Star Game from Gene Cox Stadium. Come right on back.
Marijuana can impair your ability to drive, and that affects much more than just you. Drive baked, get busted.
And we are back here from Gene Cox Stadium getting ready to rock and roll. Second half action. Andrew Jupe and James Ward. James, 2 goals in the first half. You ready for a little second half action, dude?
Yes, I am.
Absolutely. We're going to try to turn it up. How about 2-0 from the white team? Alejandro Hernandez, Grayson Blake, the heroes in the first half, have us at our current scoreline, 2-0 white team. And, of course, this was the result that we saw from the girls' game, also a 2-0 final. Here, the white team comprised of Maclay, Lincoln, Wakulla, Florida High, and Swanee. For your rooting interest, if you're at home, you're confused by the team breakup, I'm just as confused. But they tried to keep all the schools together and try to balance it out. And then on the other side, the teal team, Leon, Charles, Gadsden, Rickard, St. John Paul II, and Taylor County comprising the other team. They're going to try to get back into it, see if they can get a couple goals, maybe 3 here, make things a little interesting, James.
But I'll tell you this, the goaltender for the teal team here, he played sensational in the first half, other than the 2 goals here. But the 2 goals here, they were tough ones to deal with.
Things of beauty. Yeah, and that's a great point. I'm glad you bring it up. Kinston Williams from Taylor County. Fantastic game so far. It could very easily be 3-4-0 white team right now, the way they've been targeting the goal up top. The Wakulla strike force, reinforced by Grayson Blake, and some of the other guys cycling through, has been absolutely phenomenal. So we'll get a course to the guys when we have a chance to make sure we hit on all the All-Stars going here as we get up and rolling. Playing 40-minute halves, so 42nd minute of action going on here from Gene Cox Stadium. A fantastic night on the south side of Tallahassee. Of course, the best and brightest of the 850 coming to you from all those schools we talked about. 11 schools represented here on the guys' side, James. And a lot of talent. It's cool to see all these guys who've been broken up and competing against each other really come together for an event to hype up the kids and the Big Bend and everything in general. Really cool event being put on by Tallahassee Soccer Club.
Also showcasing their abilities, their skills.
Absolutely. I mean, just from a raw viewer's perspective, been a fantastic showcase. We've seen some sequences of play that have been absolutely phenomenal. They get some service coming into the box. It gets deflected around. Josh Jahui will collect it from the white team. Of course, from Swanee High School. We mistakenly identified him as the goal scorer earlier. So no shade to Alejandro Hernandez, who, of course, was the true first goal scorer there. As we get some play resumed here for second half of action, a little back and forth, but Teal will win the free kick. Of course, Teal going left to right here in half number 2. Teal goalkeeper, like we talked about, is Kingston Williams from Taylor County. Over on the other side, Florida High goalkeeper Francisco Armijo in between the pipes for the white team. He's got his Garnet jersey on, or Garnet practice jersey on, repping that Florida High squad big. Long ball over the top. Here's Braden Paul, who was recently announced Big Bend Player of the Year. Contact inside the box. Kingston's off his line, and we'll scoop this one up. But those were Color Boys up top, along with Grayson Blake. We talked about Hernandez. Dangerous strike force here for the white team. Threatening once again. Trying to get number 3 across potentially here, James.
It's like some sort of filling out process here as they resume play.
Obviously, everybody's a little more fresh, and you got to kind of reestablish. And
Yep.
also just the relationships. It's tough. Like, you know, you knock about and get together, but, you know, you really don't know how these guys plays unless you play with them or against them a lot in club ball.
But the first 40 here got off with a bang. Here, Williams, the Teal goaltender, with a couple of dynamite saves.
Absolutely. And chopped down here, a little dispossessed. As looks like Teal tries to spring out of the back here. Some back and forth around the midfield. Luis Ventura Trujillo gets some service going there. Here comes Swart tracking back towards midfield. Square ball out to Ballack. Looking for a little turn, puts it back on the right foot. Ballack squares it off. It'll be won well here by the second goal scorer, Blake. He's going to turn it back, and the Lincoln man having a fantastic night. Good win by Ballack, and goes through the legs there. Service up top, looking for Swart. Has Canto on the back. If he can keep it in play, does extremely well to do so. Wins a corner kick here for the Teal team, coming forward on the near side. Gotta love the control by some of the guys out here tonight. A lot of guys out here tonight, James. Just the ability of Swart, the speed to catch up to it, and then to control it. Meaningful ball in. Angulo gonna give it a ride here from the corner kick. It's an outswinger. Oh, tempting on the goal line. Armijo up to the task. Here for the white team in between the pipes. 46 minutes of action. Prescribed 80 in the mix. Maybe if the Teal team gets a little goal or two, we could see what's in store for the extra time. You ever preferred extra time method, James? Are you a kind of current state of affairs, just the extra time, couple halves? You a golden goal kind of guy? Are you a straight to PKs?
Extra time.
You like the 2 halves? They do it, the largely accepted international rule at the moment. Understood. Brutal sometimes having to go all the way to 120, though. The way they do it professionally and internationally. This one gets headed back to Armijo.
Well, speaking of international soccer, another round of UEFA round of 16 coming up this week.
Ew.
Here,
Who you like? You got a good one that's emerging yet? Or are you waiting for
I'll wait for the quarterfinals.
the round of 8? Oh, Paul gets it on the volley. Slices it. Undercuts the ball off of his right foot and spills out of play. But an opportunity for the newly crowned Big Bend Player of the Year. Almost 3 for the white team.
I'll wait for the quarterfinal matchups.
Fair enough. So goal kick coming out of the back here. I believe it's Wasaki to get it rolling for the Teal team. Nice flick onward. Swart going to collect. Back to goal at midfield. Nice little bit of control, but coming back, team defense. Stolen back here by the Teal squad. Nice little outlet by Moore there as they cycle around the back line. Some high pressure, intensity building from the white team. They're able to generate a turnover. Plinio Alonso coming away with it. Jihui tracking back. Swinging around defensively out here near side. Service over the top. in the area. Williams, he'll track this one down, the Taylor County goalkeeper. But once again, quickly to serve. Moore on the collection, 30 yards from goal to the backtracking Wasaki. Springs it out wide and some good pressure. Paul going to come away with it. Tries to feed it up the sideline here, but good step. I believe it's Ballig is able to break up that one. Number 10, the Leon Lion man. Centering ball, looking for, I believe that's Hernandez, our goal scorer. It is. One out wide to Nawabu. And here's a little centering ball, an opportunity. Beautiful ball played down the line, looking for Canto. Buckholt, a gorgeous beauty coming out of the back for some service. You gotta like a good service there.
Yep.
Usually you tip big for that kind of service, James, as they have a throw in, or is it a corner kick over there on that far side?
Looks
Corner.
like a throw.
Throw indeed. And it looks like Buckholt, he's got a big arm. He's going to take the throw in here. The Childs man. You got Swart looming around the near post. You got in the center there. You got a dangerous Ventura Trejo. And then you got Canto in the back if it gets through to him. Does skip through off a white defender. Canto's going to drop it off to his Leon teammate Ballig. He'll put it in play. If he can get some service with his left to another one of those Leon Lions. Senior defender Mason Moore. Spills it out, looking for Buckholt, and it's out of play. So throwing coming here from James Milford. The Milford man from Maclay. Big presence from Maclay on that back line. Aiden Merritt, James Milford representing the Marauders here tonight. Buckholt, Childs man gets a foot to it. Tracking back is Trey Benzario here for Wakulla. Serves it up to Braden Paul. How about Wasaki? He's stride for stride with the Big Bend Player of the Year, Braden Paul. And I've really been impressed by Hayden Wasaki here tonight. Personally, the junior from St. John Paul II, James. Throw in, coming here near side, looking to turn. Goes internally here. Good little spill of play from Maldonado, but the white team back on it. Looking for a surge. Trying to dump it out to Alejandro Hernandez. Little too strong. Just a little bit. Throw in coming here. Wants to get it rocking and rolling on up to Kento. Spilled around, cleared out of the back. Of course, Canto, part of that big Leon Lions package that we have out here tonight. Striding forward here, it's Ventura Trejo. And one back by the white team. Now Braden Paul going into the box. Wasaki with another beautiful defensive challenge. Takes it away. And the junior from JP2 is a hidden gem down there in Southwood, James. You love a good defensive showcase, which sometimes more often comes to light in a sequence like this, an all-star game, when you know you have quality attackers. We saw it in the previous game. Thompson, the young lady from Charles, having a fantastic game, of course, in the girls' all-star game. And now here, Wasaki. He's going toe-to-toe. Braden Paul down there.
And holding his own. Hello.
And it's a takeaway. The old turf monster got one of the defenders centering ball. Paul tried to backheel it. That would have been one for the highlight reel, but it's going to be spilled away. Touched by Bearstain, and so it'll be a goal kick here for Taylor County.
Yeah, get my point in. Who was that player?
The JP2?
Yeah.
The defender that we're talking about?
Yeah.
Wasaki?
Wasaki.
He's got the green cleats. Can't miss him.
But he has held his own extremely well against the Player of the Year in the Big Bend.
Oh, yeah, he's quick, too. Both of them are quick. Actually, Ballig, great service. One well by Linville. So, of course, Linville came up with an injury in the first half, so good to see him out here. Paul trying to chip it over the top. Can he catch up to it and control it? He does, but Ballig, great body positioning. Good heads-up defending there by Ballig to shield him out and win a goal kick here for the Teal team. Teal team still looking for that breakthrough, James. 2-0 the score line. We're 53 into the mix. Service over the top. One well. Paul to collect it. Poked free by Buckholt. Tried to serve it on out to Canto. Good save. but did he save it? Oh, they say just over the line. So back to the white team. There's Panzarillo. Jehui, nice back heel. Nasty little ball there, and white. It seems the vast majority, the white team, James, just been relentless on the attack.
Yes, they have.
Especially in this second half, it's really been difficult. You know, probably the last 4 or 5 minutes of the first half, and then here the opening 10, 15 minutes of the second half. But here, just as we say, Canto rip from 30 plus. Armijo bats it down. Right on cue. Some excitement there,
Yes.
James. A little response. Teal says, shut up. We're here too. We're trying to get some action. So good little response by the Teal team. And how about the rip? We talk about Canto. Exciting player, man. He's got the green light, James.
Goalie was surprised to see the ball.
Oh, yeah.
He was surprised to see the ball coming back at him.
Absolutely. Platoon substitution. Maldonado, Smith, De La Cruz. And there's one more we're missing coming in for the white team. Oh, Heyman. Heyman back in. So a lot of Florida High guys coming back into the mix. Obviously, Lincoln, Smith back in as we get the platoon substitution from Coach Linville here, coaching the white team. Of course, head coach of Wakulla High. Like we said, fantastic season for Wakulla. And this one, nice little turn and rip. Not that far off from the exciting Josh Chihui, the Swanee center midfielder.
And we got a substitution coming in.
Okay, and
We got number 14.
that's a youngster coming back in, the Rickards man. Uwingui back into the mix. Aria Uwingari. I apologize in advance, Araya, for the mispronunciation of your name. You've been playing fantastic today. Swart with a little back heel on Linville. And a little tackle from Swart on Linville. Just because he's a football player, you can't tackle him, Cade.
No.
So they're going to call that one back. But, he's trying to turn the body all in good sport. Both of them smile as they get up there. Balleg, a little hesitation. Here comes a fresh substitute, Chase Smith, the Lincoln man. A little extra something on that. You know, the Lincoln-Leon rivalry doesn't die easy. Service, Angulo. Angulo service internally. Linville on it. Angulo. Buckholt. Angulo again. Chested down. That was Maldonado. And on to the outside. Iringi for Rickards. Out there on the outside. And it looks like held up play here. So win a free kick. This is interesting. So it's way out in the perimeter. Width-wise, it's outside the 18-yard box. So tough angle there. But 25 yards out, if you got a good server of the ball, which we know we have a number here, James, this is a very dangerous position. If you can get a little back post stack, you got some people crashing on the near post, all you need is a deflection. You know, you don't need a full-legged swing here. Or if you got a leaper, maybe slide somebody in the back post. Second wave, we see a little Mason Moore coming on the trail. Wow. It's up and it's good. I like Armijo. You see him put the arms up, James. He said it's good.
It's good. It's good. It's also out at the fence. Outside the pitch.
Oh, yeah, way out of play. 57th minute. Here now is Armijo from Florida High. Will get us rolling once again. Played out to the perimeter. There is Milford. Cycle back up top now. A little spring of attack. Here comes Williams. All the way out on the fringe of the 18. He wants to throw this one. Good arm coming near side. Puts it right on Heyman. But Angulo, a nice recovery here on the turn. Angulo is another nice player we talk about. He's JP2 guys. Angulo and Wisaki. Fantastic performances out here tonight. They've been very active here. Part of a really entertaining showcase for this Teal team. You're just waiting for them to get a breakthrough. Hopefully we can get one or two in for this Teal squad and maybe make things a little more wild down the stretch here as we get into the 58th minute. Still 20 plus to play. So there is time. Don't go booking this one yet, James. He has a nice play from Paul to Heyman, some of the top nominees for All Big Ben Player of the Year this year. It gets through to Hernandez. He's already got one. Centering ball is cleared well. Ewingery able to get a foot to it, blast it out of danger, and so to be out for a White throw-in. And it looks like Milford's going to get this one rolling. A little bit of a nice hesitation move by Ewingery from Rickards. Down, sit around, and serve. Coming here from the White team, or my apologies, collect. Back to Linville, some pressure from Swart. He'll feed it on over to Florida High's Heyman. And Gulu from JP2 going to pursue him. Paul from Wakulla. He's met well by a double
challenge.
delight of Leon Lyons. Mason Moore and Nico Ballack. Oh, good takeaway. Here's Heyman. Service into the middle. Trying to get a foot on it. Williams off the line. And he keeps it on the ground. Doesn't pick it up. They were looking for De La Cruz. White able to score back possession, but for now, Williams keeping him alive. And this time it's the other way around. Same connection, different service. Not Heyman to De La Cruz, but De La Cruz to Heyman. Almost had one. Williams has to punch it out of play. We've got a corner.
We have a corner kick.
And how about that sequence there? Williams, one of the most exciting goalkeepers I've seen in quite some time, James, here at the prep level. Deserved all-star berth here for Kingston Williams coming from Taylor County. Beautiful service! 8 yards out, dead center. Linville gets a good head to it, but shades just wide. We'll stay at 2-0 for the time being. We're just about halfway home in the second half. If they want a water break, this would be a good moment. But it looks like they're going to let it ride for a little bit. Maybe get on the other side of
20 minutes.
the would-be fourth quarter, James. Looking for Buckholt. A little scrong there. Serve it out wide, trying to hit De La Cruz. No, excuse me, trying to hit Bieres. And apologize once again. Tried to get the pronunciation, but was unable to secure all of them. So I know I'm butchering some of these names. So sorry for all those young men right now, and of course the young women earlier today. My pronunciation does not in any way take away from your performance and not only a fantastic season, but the fantastic game you've had tonight. So that'll take us to the water break. Still 2-0, 61st minute. White team in total control as they have been since the 40th minute. James Ward, Andrew Jupe here, Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. Here it's the 8-5-0 All-Star Game Series. This is the boys' second half of the doubleheader. 20 minutes to go. We're going to jump out for a quick commercial break, but come right on back. We'll have a great finish to what has been fantastic All-Star Game Wednesday.
Marijuana can impair your ability to drive, and that affects much more than just you. Drive baked, get busted.
And we're about getting ready to roll here. It's the 850 All-Star Game Series here on the Varsity Sports Network, of course, presented by Tallahassee Soccer Club. But we're here on the guys' half of things. Second half action. We got about 20 to go. White team with the advantage if you're just joining us. If you're just joining us, I feel sad for you. It has been a fantastic All-Star Game showcase thus far. White team, McClay, Lincoln, Wakulla, Florida High, Swanee making up the squad that is wearing the white uniforms today. They lead 2-0 thanks to goals from Alejandro Hernandez Jr. and Grayson Blake. And over on the other side, the teal team looking to respond, looking to finish strong. Those are going to be the boys from Childs, Lincoln, Gadsden, Rickard, St. John Paul II, and Taylor County. Service over the top, beautiful ball for Linville to Heyman. Drop back to Paul. He surveys the field, puts this one on the ground, and it gets through to Alejandro Hernandez. Looking for goal number 2. And a fantastic rip. Keep us at 2-0. And has been dangerous tonight.
Tried for one of those upper 90s here, but it was a rising ball leaving the pitch.
It's tough. Lean back. Usually that's what's happening, James. Lean back and it elevates physics, etc. You know, all that good stuff. Fantastic showcase so far out here tonight. Good win. Blenilio Alonso. Some service out to the perimeter. To Nwambu. Drops it on back, and here the white team already up 2-0, been relentless tonight, looking for more. James Milfred de la Cruz in the attacking zone. Buckholz trying so hard to shield off de la Cruz and Hernandez. The Childs man getting the full force of the attack over on that right-hand side. Tried to drop it off, but a dangerous one, but luckily a solid clearance. Is that Maldonado over there, number 11? Florida High man? I believe so. On the back line here. It's interesting to see different units and how they kind of populate the field. We've seen a lot of Wakulla players on kind of that attacking side, a lot of Florida High guys. Of course, Armijo in goal too. But kind of taking that defensive stance here tonight when you look at Maldonado and Heyman. Good win coming out of the back there, pressure.
I'll be looking for the teal team to start taking some chances here if they want to get some goals and get back in this match here because time's winding down.
Absolutely. Gotta get 2. This game's definitely going to open up a bit. If they take some chances, it's going to leave some holes at the back, and the white team potentially to punish them again. But we shall see. Balik pressing forward here, fed on out to Iwasaki. Paul trying to collect and knife through traffic. Release, dangerous one into the middle. Wakulla's Panzeria. Taking a rip at it. Panzerino, excuse me.
Took a rip from distance.
Absolutely. When given the chance, go for it. Once again, platoon substitutions coming in for the white team. It's going to be the goal scorer, Grayson Blake, number 7, number 9, Aiden Merritt, number 10, Alex Beristain, and number 16, Ty Jones from Lincoln. And it looks like Braden Paul's going to take a seat. Jahuey's going to take a seat. Maldonado is going to take a seat. No, excuse me, not Maldonado. Yes, Maldonado is going to take a seat. And number 4, Alejandro Hernandez. Back on the attack is the white team with the new platoon substitutions. So far, the system's worked for Coach Linville.
Yep. Whoa.
Oh, as this one gets spilled out and looks like a corner kick. Here, and the white team's going to have another crack at it with about 15 to go in this 65th minute of action. They look to set this one up over on the
Far side.
Yeah, get it going. And it looks like Blake, who scored the most recent goal, number 7 for Lincoln. Beautiful chip, going to go to the corner of the 6-yard box, looking for Chase Smith. Did it touch any of the Teal players? Looks like it did, so it'll be a white throw-in. And so coming in, it's going to be Ty Jones from Lincoln. Quick start, trying to find his fellow Trojan, Grayson Blake. Cycle back around as Maldonado pokes this one free. Back on Teal, still looking for that breakthrough. 66 minutes in. Shoves this one forward here. Now White with a chance to counter on attack. And this is a little dangerous spell. They've got 5 on 6. Kingston Williams up to the task. 15 yards from goal. Tried the quick start. A little too strong there. It's out of play. Back to the White team here. These Armijos looking not impressed here, James. The goalkeeper 30 yards from frame. He just wants to get in the action. He's like, guys, I'm in the All-Star game. I want to get some touches. I want to make things interesting. You know, had the rip maybe, 10, 15 minutes ago that he was in good position for. Is a long ball looking for Wasaki. Goes a little too strong, but good thought from the Teal team. Maybe they found an avenue of what they want to execute there, trying to hit some corners. Oh, beautiful one time by De La Cruz. Looking for, not Smith, that was Blake. He's going again. Going to need Williams off the line, 30 yards from goal. He's out. Can Lincoln get on top of it? Ty Jones able to recover. Fed out wide. He's looking for Chase Smith. And that Lincoln triangle up top has really been forcing the issue ever since that platoon substitution, James.
Yes, it has.
Smith, Jones, and Blake. Those three we referenced. Wasaki, good work in the corner. Does well to get a cross in. Goes near post, but cleared out well by the White back line. Balag will settle. Looking to serve, but he'll compose and try to feed it out. Gives it to the Rickards youngster. Oh, a nice in and out move there. We've talked about Naringayi here tonight from Rickards, who I severely apologize for mispronouncing his name numerous times, but he has been absolutely fantastic. Substitution coming now into the ball game. Keaton Ratliff.
I believe they're looking for a ball.
Keaton Ratliff from Taylor County. Bulldogs. There you go, Coach. Coach giving it a big old bowl there. Coach Kenny Nwoku from St. John Paul II. Coach of the Year, as we found out at halftime, James. The all Big Ben selection. Corner kick on the way. Ringayi, service. Oh, beautiful little chip going back post. Woo! Nuabu had a chance at it. That would have been dangerous for the Teal team. Oh, potential counterattack on the midst here. Little collision over on the far side. We're running out of soccer balls here. Yeah. And so the president of Tallahassee Soccer Club, Chris Petley, out here acting as bowl boy here tonight as they are down to their last couple soccer balls. None of them within reach. Throw in coming over on the far side, over the top. Swung back centrally. De La Cruz trying to find Blake. Blake's already got one. Does he have another one in the mix? Nice little in and out by Ringayi. And he's got that ball on a yo-yo, it seems sometimes. Square ball to Balag from Wasaki. This one's going to be turned over. Here comes Blake again. Launching the counterattack. Moore is going to get chopped down, but able to keep possession. Well done there. Polinio Alonso going to collect it. White wins it back. Quick trigger there. Blake was feeling the second, but Williams once again up to the task. Another great save by Kingston Williams from Taylor County.
That was ticketed to be behind him.
Man. And Blake will put that one on the highlight tape. Send that out a couple colleges.
He's got a couple in this one.
Yeah, this is what I do against the best in the area. Oh, I thought he was going to do it. He looked like he was loading up from 40 yards out. He chips it over the top looking for De La Cruz, but he'll put it out of danger here. Linville will win this one well. Off over the top. Trying to hit Chase Smith from Lincoln. A little back and forth we go here. Hayden Carey from Charles getting some touches into that. Cleared there. I believe it's Aiden Merritt from McClay. Steele once again trying to climb out his 2-goal deficit. 71st minute. So a little under 10 to go here. Needing a deuce. Keep this thing rolling. Good pressure by White. Pressure is cumulative, James. They've been running that high press in spurts a lot. It's caused some trouble. That's one of the reasons, why they got a couple goals. And Blake's just looking for some miraculous, a couple long-distance chops here lately. I don't know if he's gassed or he's just like, we got 10 minutes left. I'm going to try for something awesome.
Yeah.
And then it looks like the platoon substitutions coming in. So it's going to be Maldonado, Jehuey, Hernandez, and one more I'm missing. Oh, Braden Paul coming in. So Florida High, McCullough, Swanee all represented here in the substitutions. Jehuey wins the first ball, collected well. Ballig in traffic. Good control, but scooped back by Hernandez. Linville, chip over the top. Chested down by Ballig. Nice composure here. Service over the top. Looking for Wasaki. So it looks like they pushed Wasaki into kind of more of a midfielder's role. He's been in the back line for the majority of the night, but it looks like the last 5 or 10 minutes, they're trying to jumpstart the offense. Hey, they have him as a wing or outside midfielder at the moment. Got about 8 to go, trying to spark something. Alonzo on the ball now. Good bit of control, shielding off defenders. Through ball, gets through to Wasaki. Does Linville get a piece of it? And it looks like he does. So Wasaki's going to try to take this one quick. He's got Nwingri on the backside. He's got Nwabu if he sees him. Keeps it on the turf. A little 1-2. Ringray from the Wasaki. It's going to be cleared out of danger here by the white team, but still an attacking prod. Coming, big throw centrally. It's going to be flicked out of the back, and it looks like they'll have another chance at it if they want to. Nwabu is going to set this one up, try to get things rolling. And a dangerous one, and this one looks like it's in the back of the net.
It's in.
Oh, an absolutely beautiful situation, and somehow it gets in the back of the net. Wild sequence of events. And so we see it's going to be coming off a jump start of the sequence as the Teal team is able to get their first breakthrough here. But you see it kind of bounce around, gets deflected, and a rip hits off the glove. And absolutely gorgeous for the Teal team, able to put that one in the back of the net. Woof. A rip, he just had a crack at it, so why not, James? So we could not identify the number there, and we are so sorry.
Nice goal there. I apologize. I did not get that number, but that was a great job.
So chip over the top here, looking for Blake, trying to answer as we are 2-1, and now in interesting final minutes. A little renewed spirit. From the Teal team as we get into minute 75. But a rip from distance, and sometimes good things happen back at the back. And this one goes back over the top here. And it'll be out for a goal kick. Or no, it looks like a free kick. My mistake. For the Teal squad. Looks like White back on the tech. Hernandez Jr. Dangerous crossing position. Jostled around Hernandez, continuing to make trouble down there by the box. Cycle back around here. Nico Balig under 5 to go now. So the intensity picking up here.
Business picked up after that goal.
Yeah, you see the jump?
Yeah.
See the jump in the step for Teal? Absolutely. So White, here's a little gamesmanship here. Trading kickers, running off a little time. And same old tricks. Oh, look at that. Assistant referee breaking out the foam, James. I love it. Yes.
Free kick, and everybody has to be behind that second line.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So free kick looks like coming up.
Dangerous
Panzarino, Trace Panzarino for Wakulla. Going to set it up here. Service from the right footer. He's going wide. Oh, beautiful play by Williams. I think it was Maldonado who put it on frame. Kingston Williams, another fantastic save. Oh, here comes a takeaway. Volley from Blake. An excitable young man is Blake. This one bounced just wide.
Williams has been on his game tonight.
Full stretch, but how about the service? It looks like they overshot it, but Maldonado able to get around, put it on frame, and it's going to the other side. So the ball was served to Williams' left. It goes across his body. He has to go full stretch, and he looked like a wide receiver out there going full stretch on a low pass. Reaches out, scoops it. Gorgeous save by Kingston Williams. And the Taylor County man has thoroughly impressed between the pipes tonight. Here comes the Teal team. They can still force overtime here. Don't forget about that, James. So we may not be done in 3 minutes, but if Blake has anything to say about it, he's trying to poach one here for the White team. Oh, the old turf monster. Took him down. Grayson Blake gets caught up there, and it'll be out over the end line. Free kick coming out of the back. Here for the Teal team. Here's Buckholt getting a ride coming out of there. It's going to be collected. Ty Jones blasted over at the top here. Now service for Teal, looking for Nwabu. And Nwabu's been thrown forward here in a more attacking role. He was another guy who was on the back line. They're kind of springing him forward.
Yep.
Like you said, got to turn up the intensity. Got to see if you can steal one.
We're inside 2 minutes.
Yep. I'm going to be turned in. And taken away here by the Teal team. Ewingari, service over the top. And here comes Wasaki trying to make things interesting. Under 2 to go. Blasted free by Linville. They're low on balls, so this may take a minute to get one, to get rocking and rolling. Armijo is going to throw one over to the corner. And Ewingari going to have a chance to make things interesting.
And we've seen some dangerous corner kicks.
Absolutely, and he can put it on the money. He, a couple times, has gone with a little chip, with a lot of backspin, but gone for the finesse play, which lends to somebody surging in and dunking it on the head. Does it again, going back post. One well, second ball, Balig on the ground. And Maldonado getting in the way. And it's bouncing around at the top of the box. Balig spills it out wide, and a miscommunication. This will go out for over the end line, but Teal taking us down to the wire. Exciting times. Armijo tries to hit the outlet. Balig going to collect it. De La Cruz, or excuse me, Jahui collects it, sends it over the top, looking for Hernandez to get his second goal. About 30 seconds. Kingston Williams flushes it out to the perimeter. They are going by the horns so that we won't see any stoppage time. The referee's pulling it to the key. Collected. Alonzo, beautiful service. Wasaki, can he catch up to it? Centering ball. Unable to wrap around, and it'll spill out to the perimeter here. Armijo should take his time, and that should be our final. As Armijo will give it a blast. There is the horn, and the final following suit. That's all she wrote. Beautiful. Beautiful game being played out here. Of course, the 2 first-half goals coming in clutch there for the white team, enough to outlast, and we'll have to check the replay going back here. Make sure to announce the goal score for the teal team that came late, but an absolute rocket. Made things really interesting, really exciting last 10 minutes or so
Yes, it
here.
was.
Back to a 1-score game. And a fantastic showcase. So thank you to Tallahassee Soccer Club for hosting both the guys and the girls. Thank you for inviting us out here to be a part of it. And just an all-around exciting event here. It's the 850 All-Star Series. Of course, Tallahassee Soccer Club putting it together. And also, let's not forget, one more time for those who missed it, in case you've been away, let's go through Big Bend Players and Coaches of the Year. On the girls' side, which we saw earlier in the day, Coach of the Year, Jonah Williams for Lincoln High School. Player of the Year in the Big Bend, Paige Churchill, also for Lincoln. On the guys' side, as we just heard at halftime, Coach of the Year, Kenny Nwoku of St. John Paul II, and Braden Paul from Wakulla. That's about all we got, James. Exciting showcase. Any final thoughts?
We had some spirited soccer here tonight, here in the boys' game.
Absolutely.
Here, Kingston Williams, the Taylor County goalie for the white team here. He has nothing to be ashamed of. He showed off big time tonight.
Oh, man. It could have been
This
5.
This could've-
Very easily could have
very
been
easily
5-1.
could have been 5-1, 6-1 here. But Kingston Williams was on his game here. The two that got behind him here, they were rockets that he could. There was no way he was going to get to them.
Absolutely. 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 Been a fun showcase. Fantastic effort. So thank you for joining us here in the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week. If you're looking for some more prep soccer or some similar stuff, make sure to check us out on social media. We'll have announcements for upcoming games as soon as next week. Here, of course, we got baseball, we got softball, we got flag football. All games in the mix here that we could be coming to your favorite school. So make sure to check us out. The QR code will take you to the website where you can stream the games. And, of course, all those social media outlets. If you check out the YouTube late tonight or early tomorrow, we should have both of the All-Star games posted up by them. Unfortunately, we usually have them instantly, but due to some technical difficulties, we'll have to be putting those up later today. But check out that Varsity Sports Network YouTube or search VSN Tallahassee. You'll be able to find it all. Or if you just want it easier, hit up those accounts, follow, like, whatever. DM us, say, get me that All-Star game. And we got you. We'll respond as soon as we can. Send you that link once it's posted, like we said, hopefully late tonight, maybe early tomorrow at the latest. But that's about all she wrote. Coming up here, that has been the Varsity Sports Network High School Game of the Week for Andrew Jupe and James Ward. Once again, thank you to everybody involved here, the sponsors that you saw at halftime and during the water breaks, as well as Jack Williams, the Tallahassee Democrat, with the Big Bend Players of the Year announcements, all the coaches, all the fans, everybody that was involved here. It was great, from the fans, the players, everybody showing up, coaches, people who help organize this, top to bottom. Super fun, super great for our area, and I can't wait to come back and do it again next year, James.
Can't wait either.
Absolutely. So thank you for coming aboard with us. That is all we got. Andrew Jupe, James Ward, and then, of course, our special guest, Jack Williams, coming aboard with us from the Tallahassee Democrat briefly. You have a great rest of your night.